Whenever we are feeling angry, restless, or psychologically drained, we are caught up in a movie presented to us by our mind. Without realizing, we've entered a story crafted from our thoughts, images that we experience in the mind, and feelings. As the story unwinds so vividly right in front of our eyes, so to speak, we are seduced to believe that it's an accurate description of reality. A good analogy to understand this is the one where we are in our home, sitting on the sofa, watching a movie. We can watch this movie as a spectator by watching it as a movie and nothing more. Or we can become the main character in it by allowing ourselves to get so profoundly seduced by the events that are shown right in front of our eyes until we completely forget that we are in our home, sitting on the sofa, watching a movie. When we stand as the spectator, we are aware that we are watching a movie, and therefore we are free. In any case, we are not tied up by the events that are happening in the movie. But when we stand as the character, we are completely unaware that we are watching a movie, and therefore we are not free. We give up our freedom by believing that we have to suffer the consequences of the character's choices. We are bound by its likes and dislikes, by its right or wrong thinking, by its past, and by all its conditioning. And in this way, we have to face situations, problems, people and things that seem very real from the point of view of the character. And we get so involved to attend the situation or fix the problem, talk to the people, or handle the things. For all that, we have to go through a lot of effort, struggle, and maybe restlessness as we are trying to fix an imaginary situation. In the same way, our thoughts can be very convincing in making us believe they present facts. When we stand as the character, we are unaware that we are experiencing some thoughts and we take them to be reality. So we fail to recognize that what is real for the character is simply imaginary for the spectator. The spectator simply forgot who he or she is and allowed the movie, so the thoughts and feelings, to take him or her into an imaginary journey. It seems that there is no way out. Well, that would be something that only the character would believe and say. There is a way out. if we are a character. But if we are a spectator, then we can simply notice that we allowed ourselves to become a character. And as easy as it sounds, all we need to do is to notice this. However, the story can be very captivating, inviting us to get out while still being a character in the movie. In this case, we are deceived to try to fix an imaginary problem. And we can notice when this happens as we experience amplified distress or suffering. Once we see the story for what it is, we can leave it on the side and we can watch it just like we would watch a movie, without getting involved, without interpreting the story, without projecting anything, and so on. And if the story still continues, which can sometimes be the case, we can simply notice it without getting involved, no matter how strong the impulse is. To find our inherent freedom, we can just notice or recognize that we are the awareness that witnesses the movie played by the mind. As we are more and more aware, we can bring ourselves back to the reality of who we are by noticing the experience of being aware. We are aware of awareness. Or in other words, we are aware of ourselves, and as such, we know very, very clearly who we truly are. And as we do so, an immense feeling of peace follows shortly, becoming more and more radiant, dissolving any residues of the story and of the character. We are simply more aware, and we can stand as the spectator of the movie that is being played in front of our eyes, no matter how dreadful or pleasant this movie is. We are always free. We just need to remind ourselves of this truth, and it will set us free.